Welcome back to Supernatural Scoop, where we explore the eerie, the mysterious, and the unexplained. I am Casey Wilson, and today we have another listener story. I swear I'm not wearing a poo shirt either. It actually says spooky, just to let you know. Anyways, onward. Today we have a spooky story from our listener Mac, who grew up in a funeral home and is no stranger to ghosts. But one spirit was unlike any other, and will definitely make you question the next time you're in a funeral home. Let's dive into Mac's account. Our listener Mac grew up in a family home funeral home. You know, like your average everyday family. From a young age, she was no stranger to death. In the funeral home, it had a secret life of its own. It wasn't just a place for the departed. It was a meeting ground for the restless spirits. As a child, Mac often saw ghosts wandering the halls. She met a little girl who loved to dance in the parlor, and an older woman who sang lullabies. These spirits seemed benign and almost protective of her. But not all spirits are kind. One evening, Mac was playing hide-and-go-seek, and unfortunately found something much more than she wanted. As she was hiding, she got this nasty feeling in her stomach. She turned to see a tall, dark figure standing in the doorway, and instantly got the feeling that this guy did not like kids. The shadowy man continued to appear, always appearing really angry, and would constantly watch Mac with a scolding look, like she was always doing something wrong. And he would start to knock over objects anytime Mac was near him. She tried to avoid him, but the funeral home was her second home, so really there was no escape. One night, Mac walked into the parlor room again, and there the angry man was in the corner. This time he spoke. He whispered in a dark, guttural voice, "You don't belong here." Mac screamed. Her parents immediately came in, and the man, he vanished. Emily's father was no stranger to these incidents. The funeral home was haunted, but this was different. Mac was terrified, so he needed to figure out a way to help her. He started investigating recent intakes, and soon discovered it was Samuel. This man had a really dark reputation, and did horrible things to kids. And unfortunately for Mac, his angry spirit seemed to refuse to move on. Realizing the danger, Mac's family set boundaries with the spirits, hoping to keep the peace. And Mac started noticing that the little girl and the older lady kept really close watch of her too. But Samuel was relentless. One evening, Mac was eating dinner at the funeral home and turned to see the man's face right next to her, peering into her soul. Terrified, she whispered a prayer, and the figure slowly faded away. Max says that the ghost still comes around every now and again, but she's gotten so used to coexisting with this spirit that it doesn't really bother her anymore. Which I just have to say, Mac, you're way better than I am, because I would be freaking out still to this day. Mac grew up with the constant presence of spirits, and even now she still remains to see spirits. But sometimes they're not always there for your well-being. What do you think of Mac's story? And have you encountered an angry spirit? Have you been at a funeral home and seen something unexpected? Let us know in the comments, or direct message us on TikTok or Instagram, or send us an email at supernaturalscoop@myyahoo.com. Until next time, keep the light on, stay curious, and stay spooky. Bye. Thank you.